What is going on, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to Overpower Gaming with your boy CEO Baby. 1.8 is officially here, and I'm back on the division once again. I have to say, over the course of this release of this patch, I've been involving myself with taking on these with an open mind. We're gonna start here with Skirmish, which is just a downgrade of Last Stand. Still some of the same issues that plagued Last Stand with lag in the casual play for a PvP environment. Casual meaning mid-max, lose some talents on your guns because they take away 34 of your stamina. But for the most part, the meta has changed for PvP. We are now looking at the 1.5 post-meta. Armor was big in 1.5. Now toughness or stamina plays a big role in your survivability. As we know in 1.7.1, it don't matter how much stamina you had, you would get shredded. Classified gear sets are showing their faces, and we are listening to the whispers of next week's Predator and Nomad. I have to say, all the classifieds are great in the essence of playstyle and variety. So kudos to Massive for bringing in those dominant builds with 6-piece talents to make them effective now. Even with Ninja Backpack running with 2 different pieces or 3 different pieces or 4 different pieces, I wouldn't have 4 different pieces. But you know, putting prayer with Banshee or tactician with Banshee and things like that to create different varieties of how you choose to play the game. You did get a massive nerf, no pun intended, on the lightweight M4 LVOC class. The burst damage or the spread is not as random, although I can't tell the difference, but I know that it's not as effective unless you had it based around your gear set. Also, Resistance, Westside Pier is a new area of the map. 3 different Resistance game modes. Resistance is something like Call of Duty Zombies. It's a herd mode of variety of enemies from LMBs, Rikers, drones, hunters, all the big bosses from the cleaner boss to the striker boss to the LMB boss. It's decent. It's very challenging. It's definitely going to incorporate team play. And I'm glad they brought something like this into the game because logging on and matchmaking for an underground match or an incursion match is like hell nowadays. So Resistance bringing players back to the forefront. It also gives new players a chance to party up and meet people to play with in the regular game. Road 2.0. Sad to say, through all the grief and the gripe, that wasn't the reason why I left Division. I left Division because for the same reason it's plaguing Last Stand, it's plaguing the Dark Zones, it's plaguing Skirmish even now. I remember loading in a couple Skirmish matches with no other players on the team. Same that was in the PTS, it'd be 1 player against 4. But it was nobody on the other team and I got an instant victory. I think that should be better. Man, that is a new release. It just shows, and I don't want to say it, that the game is dead or dying slowly. But Road 2.0, and I'm gonna touch on this real light. I enjoy Road 2.0. I think the risk and reward is going to be greater when these gear sets get released fully into the game and people are able to strategize and put together builds. And when they are fully released where you can get them out of caches and things like that into the Dark Zones, so you're gonna have a lot of extraction, a lot of farming for Division tech as well as the new gear items, the new exotics. I think it's going to be great to bring PvP back to a Battle Royale, King of the Hill, dominating servers. Only downside is that it's no friendly fire. But Road 2.0, I enjoyed it. I did 20-man hunts yesterday and 12 today, and I was able to get them all. You get 6 caches for surviving man hunts, nothing in them. You get caches for everything, and I have to say, Massive, step up your Division tech game. At least give us a Division tech bonus for doing good in Resistance or Last Stand or Skirmish or even Incursion. You can get more Division tech by crafting or breaking down all your gears which we're going to be doing a lot of. Optimization station is something they introduced to the game. So it gives everybody a chance to raise their gear score to 290, I want to say, or 289. One of those two. And you got to do that by optimizing your gear. So if you find a piece you like, you can get the armor all the way up to whatever the armor cap is on that specific gear. That's a good idea. It brings a grind to the game once again. Even though the Division Tech is very scarce, it's been 1 to 7. That's the highest I got out of one time, 7. Like I said, it takes 50 to roll on the optimization station, and it's 5,000 is the max. So we got to do a better job with that. This game mode you send it back is skirmish. I wish skirmish had a best out of 3, or maybe 30 kills. Get in 10 minutes to give everybody a chance to kill and balance out their score. Skirmish introduced and last stand introducing a KD down, kill death ratio, and a win-loss ratio, which is a banging idea because it's gonna actually feel like some kind of PvP content. But yeah, like I said, I'm back on the Division as of now. Can't wait for global events. I'm excited for the global events because I want to grind for the mass and challenge myself at PvE and PvP, just to have and to enjoy. Also too, the RGN in the game, I believe, is still broken. I opened 26 without a caches over the course of this release. After finishing up the incursions, I think I got 5 caches or 7 caches from all the legendaries and incursions, dailies, or whatever it may be. And I didn't receive anything but the same old crap I already had, and I was pissed off. I'm looking forward to the Alejandro. I'm looking forward to the house. I'm looking forward to Predator's Mark, Alpha Bridge. Oh man, definitely looking forward to those. So I'm going to be grinding hard for those next week. I'm going to start maxing out my other characters so I can do these incursions. And we're going to see where it goes from there. So like I said, the content is massive. It's huge. It offers a variety of game modes, game styles, and play styles for any player coming to the game, old or new. So they did a good job with this update. I'm glad the meta has changed its toughness and stamina. So now you really have to be a skilled gunfighter, which my aim is ass out and my reaction time is old folk. But I enjoy 1.8. I'm enjoying the Division. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for liking. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. Easy.